Now, WUSA 9 Game On Sports with Frank Hanrahan. Brought to you by Xfinity.
Nationals are going to go to the playoffs sometime soon, and tonight's opponents still have hopes of the playoffs. Rubber match from the Big Apple Nats and the Mets. That's right, the Mets still very much in the hunt for a playoff wild card berth, and this is not going to help the Nats' cause. Curtis Granderson going deep as the bats again fail to show up in prime time as the Mets win this one tonight 5-1. All right, Birds looking to sweep the Bombers of New York at Camden Yards. Not to be. Yankees got the win 5-2. Ozo, 3 back of the Jays for first in the AL East. Redskins roster's all set for the opener. We're counting down 8 days away. Steelers in town on a Monday night. Skins getting down to 53. Also have the practice squad set. We got more Skins chatter coming up in Game On Overtime. Maryland football got off to a good start, but the big question is, do they have a chance to be competitive in the Big Ten? We also discuss that straight ahead. Plus, we can take a look at some big high school matchups from this past week. That's all coming up next on Game On Overtime. Touchdown.
A lot of upsets.
Action-packed Game On Overtime.
Yeah, college football this weekend had a lot of upsets.
There's
big
one still going, too.
Yeah. I don't know how that one's going to end up just yet.
Texas, Notre Dame, we'll see. We'll see.
It's feeling like football weather. And no more preseason. Are you okay? You feeling
Thank
all right?
God preseason's over. Yes, I'm happy.
Excellent.
He
I like when he's
preseason,
happy.
If you haven't figured it out. Well, it's going to feel more like baseball weather here coming up as we head into the week. Temperatures are going to soar. Hermine leaves, and the summertime heat returns. Nice on Labor Day. Temps in mid to upper 80s tomorrow. A little bit of a breeze, but low humidity. Low humidity Tuesday, 92. And then the humidity creeps back with the temperatures getting into the mid-90s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Rain chances stay low for the most part, although could be an afternoon storm Friday. Couple showers of storm Saturday with the front, and then Sunday not as hot, but Ravens 7 days to their home opener. They're going to be up in Baltimore with highs in the upper 80s on Sunday. That's not really good football weather.
No, you heard it here. No. You can get updates anytime.
Quote him.
On our WUSA 9 app. This guy in Game On Overtime
A lot
is
more
next.
to say
Thanks for joining us.
Mic check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11.
Can we get a mic check from you? Just count.
1 2 3 4 5.
All right, thanks, man.
Perfect.
This is Game On Overtime, sponsored by Hyundai.
Still about a month away from the playoffs, but the hunt for October is on as the Nats wrap up another key series with the Mets as the Nats try to start getting ready for the playoff push. The Redskins getting ready for some football in 8 days on Monday night. The roster's all set. Now it's time to get the much anticipated season going. Well, the football kicked off in grand fashion, a win for the new head coach. Perhaps it's time to start fearing the turtle again. Get ready, no fear here. Game On Overtime starts right now.
That's very difficult.
High fly ball, deep right field. Harper back, will watch it go.
Tough night for the Nationals as they dropped the last two at the Mets, but still, here's the good news. They're comfy atop the NL East. Welcome on into Game On Overtime of Frank Hanrahan. Second straight night, the Nats bats fail to get anything going. Rubber match of their series against the Mets, who, hard to believe, are still in the hunt for a wild card spot. So to the Big Apple we go as the Nationals. Daniel Murphy facing off against his old team. And Murph at the dish. A nice play to retire Murphy as the Nationals, again, could not get anything going as it was zip, top of the first. Nats pitcher Ronaldo Lopez, hey, first career hit, but then this, Curtis Granderson with a two-run homer. That is actually Danny Espinosa with the two-run shot. Then Ronaldo Lopez at the dish, his first ever base knock, as we're tied up at one apiece in the top of the second. But the Nationals, like I mentioned, could not get anything going, but the Mets could. Curtis Granderson, two-run shot, and that gives the Mets a 3-1 lead. As the Mets also would get a home run coming up later. As New York, there it is. Bruce, that doesn't even look like a home run swing, but it gets out of the park. As the Mets pitching would do the rest. Julio Lugo went 7 innings. He struck out 6. And allowing just 1 run. There's another K as Ryan Zimmerman. What's up with him? Wilson Ramos at the dish going down. And then Trey Turner up with 2 outs in the 9th. And he would fly out to end this ball game as the Nats lose 5-1. And lo and behold, the Mets are still right in it. But like I said, Nationals still very much comfortable atop of the National League East. About 30 games left in the regular season. So the Nats lose tonight, 5-1 the final. As we're now joined by Jake Russell, author of 100 Things Nats Fans Should Know Before They Die, and of the Washington Post. And now some Nats chatter. That's what they do in baseball. A little chatter from the dugout. Now the Nats have been cruising along. My question to you is the fact that they have not really been challenged at all this season. Once they get to the postseason, is that a concern that they have not been put in a pressure situation, so to speak?
No, they're doing what they need to do. They're beating up on the lesser opponents like the Phillies and the Braves. They're doing what they're supposed to do, what championship teams are supposed to do, take care of their business throughout the season. I'll start to get worried if they collapse in the last 2 weeks. In the next few weeks, I'm not worried about anything they do.
Trey Turner is a guy I'm not worried about. What a great story. NL Rookie of the Month for August. He has been fantastic. The fact that he wasn't on the opening day roster is still a bit troubling to me, but this kid, Trey Burner, we're trying to come up with a nickname for him. He has been awesome. Bryce Harper has not, but Trey Turner has.
Yeah, the reason they kept Trey off the roster to start the season was so they can call him up after June and keep him for another season.
Right.
So they had another year of control under the team. He's been fantastic. He's actually showed a lot more power than more people anticipated. They figure he's a small, skinny, stocky guy, a speedy guy. He's going to be more of a slap hitter, but he actually takes offense to that term. He wants to be known as more than that, and he wants to bunt more too, believe it or not. He's actually shown a knack for hitting home runs, which he doesn't necessarily plan on doing, but anytime he does that, that's just a bonus.
The reason I like him is that he looks like he's about 17 or 18, and it's easy to root for a guy who goes and does and makes plays like that. Already was a fan of Bryce Harper, but Turner makes it easy to be a fan of the Nationals.
Exactly. He's kind of one of the more likable figures, I guess. We don't necessarily know him that much yet, but I think once fans get to know him even more, they'll like him even more than they already do. He just seems very easygoing, but very focused on everything he does.
Reynaldo Lopez was called up yet again. So here's the thing with the Nationals pitching rotation. I'm kind of trying to figure it all out because it seems like every other day they're calling up some player from the minors to pitch. Is this rotation, though, going to be ready for the playoffs with Strasburg still? We don't know about him. We got Gio, Max Scherzer, Roark. Ross is still up in the air. So what's the status of this rotation?
If I wouldn't actually mind if they rested Strasburg until the playoffs, but they're not going to, of course. They want him to get some work in before the playoffs start. But, yeah, I believe him and Scherzer will be just fine. And then whoever they select as the third option, I don't think they'll have a problem with them either.
I want to get a quick prediction for you. When do they clinch? What, mid-September they're going to clinch?
Let's go with September 21st. I'm just picking a random date, but if I'm right, I look smart.
And then the postseason. All right, Jake, we'll talk to you in a little bit. You're going to check back with us.
Thank you.
And talk some Maryland football. First things first, some more baseball. Baltimore has been up and down this year, but still in the hunt for the top spot in the American League East. Orioles looking for the sweep at Camden Yards of the Yankees. Buck Showalter and the Birds trying to take out those Bronx Bombers. Top one already. New York up 1-0. Austin Romine with the ground ball through the left side of the infield. 2 runs would score. It's 3-zip Yankees. In the third, Chase Headley with the ground ball, and a rare bad throw by Manny Machado allows a run from third to score. Yankees take a 4-0 lead. In the fifth, O's down 4-1. Pedro Alvarez going opposite field. Adam Jones is on first base, but he's going to get on his horse, and he's going to hustle his way around the bases, and Jones beats a throw home to score, but the Birds go on to lose to New York 5-2 after the game. Skipper Buck Showalter of the O's on what his team needs to do moving forward.
It's real simple. We need to, we have to win games, regardless of how we get there. Not care how it looks or how it happens. Just we need to have more runs than them after 9 innings, or 10, or 11, or 12, or so on. It's a pretty simple equation right now.
Yes, it does make a lot of sense when you think about it. All right, taking a look at the American League East standings, and it's